I was very anxious, I must tell you. I was very worried. I was nervous because I'm this youngster and I'm going to have to go into, meet with the principal. That's probably way older than me. And how am I actually going to sort of support and help this person? They probably know much more than what I do. And she's telling me, when you first meet somebody, she told me about going on a first date. And I'll never forget that story about going on a first date. And she said, so when you go on a first date, do you ever if a guy to tell you, oh, Yolanda, I don't actually like your shoes. And you know what, your hair, you actually need to just do something else with your hair, How would that make you feel? I was like, I will never go on a date with him again. I'll be like, you know what? It's fine. I'm not the one for you. You need to move along swiftly. And she said, well, that's how it is with relationships, And she then said to me, it's like when you're on a ship and somebody's steering that ship and you get onto the ship, but the person then says to you at one stage, it's okay now, you can come onto the ship with me and you can help me steer. That's the time when you know you're going to step in. And I think I got a lot of hope through those stories that she told me to get rid of a little bit of anxieties that I had. And I was like, but at the end of the day, we are equals. There's no one, it's not that she's better than me or that I'm better than her, but that we both bring our own unique strengths into this relationship. And it's about how well we work together as a team to get to the goals that we want. I do believe it's a great opportunity for me to grow my leadership skills, to bring it back into the business, and at the same time be able to live the vision and the purpose of Metropolitan, which is we are there to enhance the lifetime wellness of people, the communities and families. So it's an opportunity for me to actually do that out there and live this purpose of Metropolitan. And that's how I basically got involved. I met Paul, which was our coach, and he introduced myself and Ronald to each other. We met at the school, our very first meeting. It was so exciting. I walked in and then I first looked at the school and I thought, oh, shoo, this is different. Not used to this, right? And I went inside and here was this bubbly person and she was just, hi, I love your shoes. And we just hit it off and we were chatting and talking to each other. And I was really inspired by this woman of strength. And I remember walking into that school and just saying, oh, there's so much discipline in the school. You could just see it. And the culture and the warmth that I walked into when I walked into that school was absolutely amazing. So that's basically been how I got involved with Partners for Possibility. And I think also from a leadership growth perspective, when I looked at the cause and I actually saw what it is, and I saw that there's one-on-one coaching, I saw that there's all these, there's flawless consulting, it's contracting, it's about time to think. I think the one thing that I keep on saying is that if we want to make a difference, we have to make a difference with the children of our country because they are the future leaders of this country. So that really also got me very moved to thinking, well, what can I do? What can I do where I'm at, And yeah, that's how that happened. I think it was after we went to the Time to Think program that caused the workshop. So I must be honest, for me it wasn't about, okay, I know what I'm going to do. It was about how do I partner with Ronald to get what we need to do. So that for me was the major key thing, because I remember the first time when I walked in and I asked some questions and I was like, oh, I want to do this. And then I just came back to that where Natalie said, don't take the wheel, you're still dating, wait until she tells you to get onto the boat and start steering. And I must say, I think if I can say, that's something that I haven't been pushing my own sort of agendas with her. I've just been waiting for her to tell me, I need help here, I need help there, My part was really helping her be a thinking partner about things that she wanted to do. And I remember when she was explaining about the challenges of the school fees and everything that was happening, I didn't have answers. I didn't think of, oh, well, we can actually do this. Why don't we have fundraisers? Because I believe through that process that we went through in Partners for Possibility, the mind that has the problem has the solution. So if she's got the problem, she surely has the solution. I just need to be there as a thinking partner to help her get to that solution on a personal level. So I'm going to use both my work and my personal life experience of how this program has really changed me. So when I came into this program, I was very much like, do, and I'm very action orientated. And when I set my mind to something, I get it done, right? And through the time to think, I actually realized that if I actually go a little bit slower, I can actually do a little bit more, and I can definitely make a difference. Through this program and through the coaching, I've actually been much less harder on myself. And I've actually learned to listen to other people, because I generally like to just, I always think I always have to have the answer. I always felt I needed to have the answer. And I learned something so amazing of saying, I don't know, and it's okay. I don't know. So I got to realize, what's my stake in? What did I do? If I have to look at all of this, what's my contribution to all of this? And that I learned through Flores Consulting. Asking the question, what's my contribution to all of this? And it's really changed my perspective so much in terms of when I go into meetings, when I talk to my team, even in my personal life with my husband, with my family. So it's taking that ownership and saying, well, what did I do? You know, it's very easy for us to blame other people and say, oh, well, they didn't do this, they didn't do that. But what was my contribution in it? And when I start asking questions in that way, I started getting different answers, and then I started changing my own behavior. So through the Partners for Possibility program, I was able to even change a lot of things around how I structure my meetings in my team. And I remember this one day, I was so angry. Wow. So they got in, they were late and whatever, and they all come in from different areas, so I let them sleep in the hotel. So when they come over, it's closer, so I'm thinking, you'll be early. So I get here early. I remember this one day, I was so angry because I just thought to myself, but you guys don't respect the fact that we have to be here on time. You don't respect me. And I was starting to feel sorry for myself, and I was like, oh. And then I changed the entire approach, and I used the time to think, the components of time to think, and I used a round, and I asked a question. And I said, so let's start off by, tell me, what are you grateful for today? And everybody went around. They obviously didn't understand, where's this now coming from? I was like, okay, guys, so tell me, how do you feel was the impact of you? What do you think was the impact of you guys being here for this week? We are now on Thursday. What do you feel you've achieved while you were here through this time? And suddenly people started realizing for themselves that they didn't do much, and they got to the answer themselves, and they were like, yeah, well, I think that, I've actually wasted some time. And that changed the dynamic of that conversation absolutely, completely. It changed so much. I think my relationship with the teams has changed. They realize that I also see them as equals, and that I'm here to coach and support and guide you, and not just tell you what you need to do, and that you need to think for yourself. And I also adopted the philosophy of teach a man to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. Give a man a fish and you feed him for a day, and teach him how to fish and you feed him for a lifetime. And I think through that, my team has also gone through that, because I've changed as a leader through this program. It's a program that definitely helps you get your leadership skills definitely sharpened up. It's a program that helps you connect more with people, build deeper relationships, that reconnects you back into, I think many leaders on many occasions think that they know a lot and they've been through the ranks and they know so much, but there's always something new that you can learn through the program. There's opportunities for you to meet new people. There's opportunities for you to grow your connections with other people. There's also opportunities for you to invest your time in things that actually do matter, or that helps you find meaning and purpose through this process as well. I also think that Partners for Possibility is just a very liberating experience. If you've ever wanted to do something and you've wanted to help and you've thought, how do I make a difference? And you're really struggling with saying to yourself, what am I meant to be doing? How do I get involved? Everything that's happening in our country today, there are so many bad things that's happening, so many negative things. But if you can say yes and start looking at the possibilities, that's where the change will happen. So if you really want to make a difference, in this country, this is where you should be playing. This is what you should be doing.